Hello.
Hello and welcome to your college football preview, week 3.
I just put up 4 fingers and I changed to 3.
Eamon's got something he wants to tell you about Nick Saban's underground linebacker factory.
The liberal media doesn't want you to know this. Nick Saban is breeding linebackers underneath the stadium in Tuscaloosa. And I'm not gonna sit on this story anymore.
Not gonna sit on it. See, we're a little bit riled up from that Steve Bannon 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Eamon was saying maybe we should do one of these someday where we just approach it like Alex Jones and we just talk about conspiracy theories in college football and shit.
Yeah.
But no, instead what we're about to tell you is that last weekend was interesting. We had some predictable outcomes.
And we had some less predictable outcomes, like Oklahoma bodying Ohio State.
I didn't think they were going
in
to
the
crush them
horseshoe.
like that.
That
it
was
going to be close.
That was a shocker.
Yeah. The Auburn game was fairly predictable. They weren't able to score a touchdown. We probably saw that coming.
Another surprising one was how USC dismantled Stanford.
Oh yeah. So
maybe not shocking in retrospect, but in the moment.
Yeah. Stanford. I thought Stanford would come in there and play pretty well, and they did the exact opposite. Basically.
Yeah, they pooped their pants.
Yeah, that was this is, and that was, I think they said that was the first year under David Shaw, or first game under David Shaw where they allowed over 600 yards of offense.
Wow.
Yeah, so that it's the dynasty is over, the franchise has ended. I don't know where they're recruiting from.
The king is dead.
Yeah, the recruiting pool has dried up. So
I ain't mad about it.
Yeah, this might be the year that Cal beats Stanford.
Oh,
I've said that for like the last 3 years.
Yeah, let's not jinx it. Yeah, I think we do say it every year.
I think we say it every year.
Anyways, this week, not nearly as interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty
not in
weak
the slightest.
It would be more interesting if it weren't for those goddamn hurricanes.
Even the good games are like, well, it probably won't be, like, it probably won't be all that great.
We would have at least had Miami FSU.
That would have been good.
That would have been good, but that has been postponed because of the stupid hurricane Irma.
I'm so done with hurricanes.
Irma, fuck you. Anyway, we're just going to jump straight to Saturday, because your Thursday football's not very good, and neither is your Friday football. We went over both of them. There's not even anything worth watching. So Saturday, you don't even have to wake up early this time.
Yeah.
We're talking...
Sleep in, get brunch.
Yeah. Brunch.
Beer
brunch, as Eamon had last weekend.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about water polo, but nah.
Eamon had the Cal water polo team pop through his bar on game day.
And pour beers everywhere.
Yeah, and they had won a championship last year, so they got their rings that day, and they came to Eamon's bar to celebrate. And
a bunch of brosifs and brohemes and...
Yeah, international bros, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. 12:30 p.m. you have the Tennessee Volunteers, number 23, at the Florida Gators, number 24.
See, this is a fun game because they're both probably overrated.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Absolutely.
like, SEC powerhouses who just always find a way to be mediocre.
And that really tight game the other day, was that week 1 where Tennessee had a really tight game and they somehow won?
Yeah, well, that's what they did all last season. And they continued into this year. Yeah.
So this could be one of those. I expect Tennessee to win because Florida is lost.
You know what? We mentioned the Hurricanes. This might be like the Florida team might rally around being back on the field and win it for Florida or something like that.
Yeah, they might, but I just feel
also
like...
But also they're just kind of bad.
Yeah, I feel like these guys are lost. The culture is broken. Jim McElwain's not a very good coach.
He famously humped a shark.
And he wouldn't come to terms with it.
He's in denial.
He wouldn't admit it. Yeah. He's just a liar.
And I'm just going to keep coming back to that throughout the season.
But for the entire season, we will never let you live that down, McElwain.
Yeah.
We know you did it.
So yeah, that'll be 3.5 stars.
I was about to say 3.5 as well. I know I say that every time, but yes, 3.5 stars. Next we have Oregon at Wyoming at 4 p.m. This was one that Eamon brought to attention because of Wyoming's quarterback.
Wyoming's quarterback Josh Allen, who is getting all sorts of hype as a draft prospect, and I think got hurt in their week 1 game, but it's back now, and it's at Wyoming, which should give them a bit of a home field advantage. Although in Oregon, I think this is their first road game under Willie Taggart.
Yeah, I think it is.
And they haven't really played anybody of any consequence yet, but they've looked pretty decent so far.
People are the bloggers. The bloggers. I know the bloggers.
The blurgs.
The blurgers.
Yeah.
The blurgers.
The Daniel blurgers.
The Daniel blurgers. They're saying that Oregon's better than last year, and that they're getting better, and that it's improvement.
This is the test. Wyoming's not like an elite of the Pac-12 or anything. Yeah, this is their first road test against a good quarterback.
If you can beat this one, doesn't even matter if it's close. You're on your way. And I will give it 3 because it could go poorly. Could go heavily one way or the other.
I'm gonna say 3.5 again. I think this will be a fun shootout of a game.
All right.
That's a 4.
All right.
4.
That's
4?
at 4 p.m.
4.
Yeah, sorry, I did the weird thing. Also at 4 p.m. we have LSU at Mississippi State.
Tigers?
The Tigers at Mississippi State. Mississippi State famously could not pick up that fucking 80-yard fumble.
Oh, God.
But
that was the funniest thing I've seen in football in quite a while.
That was the true holy roller.
Yeah. When you have 3rd and goal from your own 7-yard line.
That is amazing. I was telling Eamon, like, the next down was fourth and goal, and they punted
from their own end zone.
4th and goal, and they punted from their end zone.
So despite that, they are a decent team.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't. I should clarify. That was not Mississippi State. That was Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, but neither team could pick it up.
Yeah, but neither team could pick it up. So, but Mississippi State's actually decent. This should be a good game.
Yeah. LSU is number 7 or something. Is that right?
No, I didn't. They're not ranked.
Are they not?
Yeah.
I thought they were.
They're not ranked. Double check that shit.
I'm gonna fight you on that if you're wrong.
Sips in and out.
Awkward silence.
This Coke is not flavored as good as it should be.
They're 17 or no 12. LSU is number 12. My dude.
I'm fucking drunk.
I was like, I knew they were ranked.
I am really sorry about that.
Yeah, so number 12 LSU and only favored by 7. I think this will be an interesting one.
This is one.
Some good old Southern football.
It's gonna be a game, baby.
You got 4 stars.
I'm gonna give it 4 as well. I think this should be close. God, I hope it's close.
Yeah,
otherwise I'm gonna look terrible.
Putting our reputations on the line here. Our reputations, which are already terrible.
Don't let me down, SEC. Good God. How many times have I said that? Next at 4:30, we've got number 18, Kansas State. Don't ask me how they got there.
This might be the first time we put either of these teams on our list of games.
Well, no, we've put K-State before.
Have we? I don't know.
K-State at Vanderbilt.
Vandy.
And this will be kind of K-State's Big 12, right? So this is going to be their SEC test, their intro to the SEC test, because Vanderbilt's bottom dollar.
They're 2-0.
They're 2-0 though, and that is why they are on this preview.
K-State only favored by 4 in this one. Mm-hmm. So Vanderbilt has played.
Vanderbilt's coming off a good year last year.
They've played a couple nobodies, and then next week they go to.
But they blew those nobodies out of the water.
Next week they host Bama. So this is like.
So let's get a win in while we can.
Yeah, after this is their first of 4 games in a row against ranked opponents. So they're about to hit the gauntlet.
Yep. God, that's not even talk about that, but that's a challenge. I'm just looking at it over Eamon's shoulder. That's not going to be fun for Vanderbilt. But this is a winnable game for them.
Similarly, K-State statement. Yeah, similarly, K-State has not played anybody either. Yeah. And then their next 3-4 games are against ranked opponents as well. So
they're ranked because the AP just takes the top 2 teams that aren't. They take the top 3 teams in the AP in the stats categories from the Big 12 and just throw them in the AP top 25, doesn't matter where, because they're a Power 5 conference.
Plus, it's always fun watching a Kansas State game because it's always fun watching super old coaches on the sideline.
Oh, man. He can have a heart attack at any moment.
Yeah.
Literally.
Or he could, be lost on the sideline.
He could be lost on the sideline.
He just wander off into the middle of the field. That's mean, but funny.
It is mean, but funny. I mean, Kudos to the dude for still coaching.
Yeah,
Anyway.
sure. 3.5. 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5.
I can't follow you down this road, Eamon.
Oh man,
Eamon.
this is how the friendship ends.
This is Grandpa John, and I can't follow you down this road. Okay, 3.5.
Actually, I'm gonna say 3.
Oh my God!
Moving on. What's being
Unbelievable.
touted as like the game of the day?
This has been hyped by ESPN all week. They keep running commercials. Every time the commercial comes on, I keep saying, turning my dad and saying this is going to be a disaster.
Number 3, Clemson
At-
Tigers. At number 14, Louisville.
And the "at" is the most important part here, because
Yeah,
if it
'cause-
was in Clemson, this would be over in a minute.
Yeah, because this is in Louisville, that's really the only reason we're giving them any shot. In
Wouldn't
this
even
one.
be on this
because
list.
they're really just Lamar Jackson and a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'll never understand why they don't build a team. Like, you recruit one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but
Your whole team can't be Lamar Jackson and Papa John.
yeah. I mean, Jesus, look at Alabama. They never find a quarterback. They get some random kid from freaking middle of nowhere who doesn't turn the ball over, and that's who they choose.
That's true.
I don't know. If you're gonna recruit a Lamar Jackson, you better damn well have a fucking O-line.
But this is their chance to prove that they are
they'll make a big jump.
that they
if
are
win.
any good.
If they win this game, they'll make a big jump.
Yeah. This is their chance to prove that they are more than just Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this matchup last year, not as early.
And I think this was
last year. They heavily disappointed us, as I recall.
I remember this being one of the better games of last season.
Really? I'm not gonna waste your guys' time looking it up. We'll look it up afterwards.
Anyways, 4 stars.
I'll give it 4 as well.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm taking a risk.
The only reason I'm not saying 4.5 is because it could go south.
Okay, fine. I'll give it 4 stars. It's at 5 p.m. Our last 2 games of the day are the famed Pac-12 at night.
After dark.
Both of them are at 7:30 p.m. Our first one is number 19. This is their updated ranking, number 19. Stanford at
Slamford
at San Diego State University. San Diego State just came off of beating.
They beat
Arizona State?
Arizona State.
Yeah, they just crushed Arizona
and another
State.
Pac-12 After Dark special.
Yeah, and me and Eamon both agree we think Stanford could go down there and get stunned.
After the whooping they took last week, they could still be dazed and not know where they are.
Yeah, I mean, they had a bad game. They're going to come into this one, and they could play really poorly as well. So this could be an SDSU win. I'm going to give it 3.5.
I'm gonna give it 3.
Okay. It could go south fast.
You can't entice me to watch this game with Keller Christ or whatever his name
God,
is.
he's bad. And then our other game we have
potentially the game of the day.
Yeah, potentially the game of the day in
between
Berkeley.
2 unranked teams and our California Golden Bears.
Ole Miss at Cal. Ole Miss comes out from Mississippi to the culture shock that is Berkeley.
I can't wait to hang out with the Mississippians on Saturday. It's gonna be fun.
God,
Hotty toddy.
They're gonna freak out.
Hotty toddy.
What is wrong with this place? I don't know. I've been living here for years.
So 2 teams, especially Cal, but 2 teams that struggled against FCS teams last week. Ole Miss,
don't remind me.
Ole Miss turned it on in the second half of their game against UT Martin.
Yeah.
But Cal survived a bit of a scare from Weber State.
I mean, granted, they were
Weeble
always in
State.
control, but anyway, let me leave that on the wayside. Yeah, I think this will be a good game.
Yeah, I think Cal is a talented team. We've seen they're
I don't think
much
one of these teams,
much better on defense than they have been in a while.
Absolutely.
They've got some firepower on offense.
I don't think one of these teams is going to run away with it either.
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be a close one.
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Me too. 4.5. And I hope it goes.
It's
Cal's.
not just biased. We're not just biased.
Yeah, I hope this goes Cal's way. That'd be
I hope
nice.
it does.
If they go 3-0 to start the season, they might just sneak in.
We could pick up a rank if we
maybe.
If the other games go our way. Anyway, that's been our college football preview.
Yeah, a little bit lacking this week. I think every week after this, there should be more exciting games.
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna jinx us.
Who, me?
Eamon over here, freaking, the NCAA's in a closet somewhere like, oh, we're going to change
Told
the
you, man.
schedule.
The NCAA cut us off because they didn't want me exposing their dark secrets.
They didn't want to be exposed.
Mark Emmert came out of that closet and fucking chloroformed me.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm John.
I am Eamon.
And we'll see you next time on your college football preview. Later. You like the eyebrows?
I don't know what that was.